Well, hello there. Good morning to you all. Konnichiwa. So now I will make the review for Fairy Tail chapter 348 called Demons Come Back. So, well, basically, we have some story progression in this chapter. Not much, but some. Um, the chapter ends up opening with Flair speaking with Lucy and Wendy and explaining a little more about his past and that why she left the the giant village because apparently she was born in this village, but she was the only one that has normal appearance, and that eventually was the reason that made Flair leave the village. Then eventually in his travel, she eventually encounters Raventel and enters the guild, and she explains that she does not know anything about the world outside this place. So eventually she think that it was normal that she should hate Fairy Tail because the people in Raventel hated Fairy Tail. And eventually she ends up telling to Lucy and Wendy that perhaps the Eternal Flame is the solution for this and for them to follow her, that she will lead them into the place where is the Eternal Flame. Then we have the second part. It's the continuation of the fight between Erza and Minerva, and basically Erza is suffering a beating from the part of Minerva that basically wants to revenge his defeat in the tournament. And eventually Erza comes to the realization that the only way for them to return to normal is basically to defeat the one that is behind this situation or behind this kind of magic. And then the chapter ends with the appearance of Grey, that eventually encounters that guy, the monster, and eventually Grey is also turned into a child, and he kinda has a flashback about his past and such, and has a shock in his inside his soul. But then eventually, thanks to the it appears the guidance of Ul presence, he kind of regained his spirit, and he basically says that he asks these guys if he is responsible of this. The guy recognizes that is, and he also explains something that is kind of intriguing because he says to Gray that there are some places that normal humans should not go, and one of these places is this, because apparently this place is the gate to the or one of the gates to the underworld apparently. So and then the chapter ends with Gray basically regaining his senses and preparing to fight this guy. And roughly, this is the chapter in a nutshell. So, like I say, we did have some story progression and character development, we see the continuation of the character development of Flair and learn a little more about his past and why eventually she ends up in Raventail. And we also learn that this guy, like he already said chapters ago, he is a non-human. So apparently this guy came from the underworld. I will assume that is the meaning behind it. So Gray compares this guy to Delior, so this means that this guy or the underworld is speaking is in some way related with the magic of Zeref, or it's completely other different thing. And Also, this guy apparently, besides the power he has to turn uh, people into childs, apparently it's kinda also implied that he was actually the one that froze all this place. So, well, I'm quite interested to see what will happen and how will Gray win against this guy. Then we also have two panels with Charles, happy comic relief, and with Natsu still fleeing into the forest and still pursuing the voice that he continues hearing. And that's it. So this is my review for Fairy Tail chapter 348. Hope you enjoy, stay well, peace, see you soon.